Learning objectives. After completing this module, learners will be able to describe Parliament, explain the role of Parliament, explain the selection of national government, describe history of Indian Constitution. Parliament and its formation. Importance of Parliament. Parliament enables citizens of India to participate in decision-making and control the government, thus making it the most important symbol of Indian democracy and a key feature of the Constitution. People power. India became independent on 15th August 1947. Under colonial control, the Indian population had lived in dread of the British government and did not conquer with huge numbers of the choices that they took. The freedom movement changed this circumstance. The patriots started to transparently scrutinize the British government and make demands. In 1885, the Indian National Congress demanded that there should be elected members in the governing body with the privilege to discuss about the financial plan and make inquiries. The Government of India Act 1909 allowed some elected representatives. The Constitution of Independent India laid down the principle that all adult citizens of the country have the right to vote. People and their representatives. It is the choice of individuals that makes a democratic government. People elect their representatives in the parliament, then one group of these elected representatives forms the government. The parliament, which is made up of all representatives together, controls and guides the government. In this sense, people, through their chosen representatives, form the government and also control it. Role of Parliament. The Indian Parliament is a statement of confidence that the people of India have in principles of democracy. The Parliament in our framework has immense powers because it is the representative of the people. Elections for the Parliament are held in a similar way as they are held for the state legislature. The Lok Sabha is usually elected once every 5 years. The nation is divided into various constituencies. Each of these constituencies elects one individual to the parliament. The candidates who contest elections usually belong to different political parties. Once elected, these candidates become members of parliament or MPs. These MPs together make up the parliament. Once elections to the parliament have taken place, the parliament needs to perform the following functions: selection of the national government, controlling and informing the government, making laws. The Parliament. The Parliament in India comprises of the President, the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha. As soon as the Lok Sabha elections are over, a list is prepared showing how many MPs belong to each political party. For any of the political party to form the government, they must have a majority of elected MPs. The total number of elected members in Lok Sabha is 543 plus 2 nominated. To have a majority or to become a ruling party, a party should have at least half the number, that is 272 members or more. The opposition in Parliament is made by all the political parties, that are against the majority party or coalition formed. The largest amongst these parties is called the opposition party. The most important function of the Lok Sabha is the selection of the executive. The executive is defined a group of persons who work together to implement the laws made by the Parliament. The Prime Minister of India is the leader of the ruling party in the Lok Sabha. The Prime Minister selects ministers to work with him or her for the implementation of decisions from the MPs who belong to her or his party. The selected ministers then take charge of different areas of government functioning like health, education, finance, etc. The Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha functions mainly as the representative of the states of India in the Parliament. The Rajya Sabha can start enactment and a bill is required to pass through the Rajya Sabha in order to become a law. It therefore has a critical part of assessing and modifying, if changes are required, the law started by the Lok Sabha. The members of the Rajya Sabha are elected by the elected members of the legislative assemblies of various states. There are 233 elected members plus 12 members nominated by the President. People in Parliament. To control, guide and inform the government. The Parliament, while in session, starts with the question hour. The question hour is a vital mechanism through which MPs can evoke data about the working of the administration. In this manner, the Parliament controls the executive. By asking questions, and the government is alerted to its weaknesses and also comes to know the opinion of the citizens through their representatives in the Parliament. The opposition parties play a key role by highlighting the drawbacks in various policies and programs of the government and mobilize popular support for their own policies. People in Parliament. The Parliament now has an ever-increasing number of individuals from different backgrounds. For example, there are more rural members as also members from many regional parties. Groups and peoples that were till now unrepresented are beginning to get elected to the Parliament. There are additionally been an expansion in political interest from the Dalit and backward castes and the minorities. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. The Indian Constitution evolved through various acts during British rule like Government of India Act 1909. The take-off point for a democracy is the idea of consent. The Lok Sabha is usually elected for 5 years. The most important function of Lok Sabha is to select the executive. The Prime